Welcome, one and all, to What's on Your Mind. It has been a moment. The new year has started. We are in 2026, and your boy is super excited to be here. The real deal sends her love. But you know how we like to do it on the Soul Food Gospel Show. We always like to do some kind of recap to go back. Let's start off. I hope your Christmas was great. I hope your New Year's been even better. We've got some exciting things planned for 2026 on What's on Your Mind. But I want to do something a little bit special with this recap show. So many of you may or may not know that in terms of where we are as a show, the breakfast show has actually been running circa 2020, and that's a real long time. And it was in a different shape. It was in a different guise. It looked completely different from how it looked now. We had different features. We did different things. And I thought it would be really nice to go back to one of those yesteryear things just to see how things were. So bear with me. I'm going to take you on a journey back in time, back to where it all began. So as I said, in 2020, what we started to do on Soul Food Gospel, which is the parent station and the radio station, was we started to broadcast during the pandemic. And we had a captive audience, so why not? We were broadcasting 7 days a week. We were doing 8 different shows. And one of those shows that really went down well was a breakfast show. Initially, it started off with, it was just a worship show. So there would be just music. And then as time went on, we had other features that we put into that. And I say we, it was pretty much me by myself by then. After that, a little bit later, Alistair V joined, and he came with his own special style of what he brings to the table. But it's just really interesting. I was looking back and I looked and I thought to myself, wow, isn't that quite interesting how things have morphed and how things have changed? And not just the show content, the quality of what we've been able to produce has changed as well. So you'll see some different graphics. We're going to talk a bit about the graphics a bit later on. I've got a whole section on the graphics and how the graphics have changed as well. But I just really wanted to go back and have a quick look and just see whether or not we could see, see if that works. There we go. Go back and have a look at some of the earlier things and the earlier ways that Soul Food Gospel used to be. Now, those of you who remember and can remember really well, there was a feature in it called Poetically Speaking, held by, that was run by Elder Jessica Mead. God bless her. And it would be every Saturday morning. I think it was about 8:30 back then. We used to have a poetry section, and that poetry section, she would curate specific poems and then do a bit of a talk through about that. After that, of course, Mr. Alistair V then arrives at stage left, and he brings just a whole different, he brought a new energy. So his segment was called The Young Person's Point of View. And he would come up with all these wonderful stories that were relevant to him. So he wasn't prompted, he wasn't scripted. He would go and research his stories, and those would be the ones that he would share. And that was an absolute hit. So what we're going to do, so we're going to go back in time. We're going to have a look at some of those earlier shows of Soul Food Gospel. Let me know what you think.
Hi, it's Jessica of Poetically Speaking, thought-provoking poetry to inspire on DJ Val's Gospel Soul Food Show. I would like to introduce you to Poetess Jess. Now, to me, all poets are unique and wonderful. Why?
Did you know that you were graced for purpose? And everything that you went through in your life, you went through on purpose, only for you to give birth to your purpose. You see, You were designed for destiny. You were born to be mighty. You are a landmark of greatness. Your character is courageous. Your energy is contagious. Your mindset is blameless. You are giving and gracious. You are not selfish, but you are selfless. And it's not that you do not think about yourself, you just think of yourself less. So get rid of all that heavy weight so that you can become weightless. Because today you'll understand that excess isn't needed for access. And please, close that final chapter in your life. You are not a book. You cannot be read, but you are the kindle. You are the light to the flame. Just allow the Lord to light you like matches. The world can't match this because you are matchless. And please, stop going back to see if they finally understand you. If they didn't get you back then and you've grown, why would they understand you now and you've come into your own? Dust off your crown, go sit on your throne because you are the star that everybody's wishing. You just positioned him a little too low. You've got to push through, grow through what you go through. Your now determines your next move. Don't allow your wounds to determine your next move for you. Please understand that God speaks most powerfully in the places that we hurt most painfully. So rest your head in pastures green so that you can rest in peace. And allow the Lord to prepare that table before you in the presence of your enemies. Let them see that the trials that they laughed at were triumphs of victory. Yes, you let your setback set you back, but I bet you they didn't know that you was gonna blow back. Your mind has been refined and you have been transformed. Your cup is overflowing and you will never ever lack. And surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, so that you will be able to dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
So I just want to say thank you. So that was really, really, really good. I actually wrote a bit down in that one where she said, you can't say it's the past because you haven't passed it. That was deep. Thanks so much indeed. And if you're inspired to kind of like come up with some this day, I'm finally glad that the contracts have cleared and we can enjoy having you on the show today.
Yes.
So what have you been up to apart from awards ceremonies and other stuff?
I don't know, school, I guess.
Okay.
I'm now in college, so that is very demanding on my travel frequent lifestyle. Okay. The first topic I wanted to talk about was Nicola Sturgeon's resign.
Oh, she's resigned?
Yes.
What did she do wrong?
I don't know. We're here to find out. Or
okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me more. Shout out to you. Okay. Is that it?
Yes, that is it.
Oh, well done. Well, Alistair V, very nice to have you back. When will we see you again? When the next check clears.
Yes.
So
hopefully soon.
Yeah, it's lovely. So got to give a shout going out there to Benita. Benita's been asking for you every week, and nothing takes the place of having Alistair V on the show. It is his breakfast show, and you can only have people that sit in and anchor it, but it remains his breakfast show. So we just want to, we're really grateful that he was here today, and I'm sure you've got many important things to do. Yes. So we shall leave you to get on with it. So okay. I will press that button. As he made his entry into what we were doing over here at Soul Food Gospel, then it was his breakfast show. It became virtually his breakfast show. But just to see exactly what he's doing. It was nice to see Poetess Jess and some, the way that the poems used to work as well. That's something I think I'd love to really bring back. Maybe not on the breakfast show, but in another guise. But again, it's just going back in time and just taking time to take stock of some of the great things that happened in that period of time. Then, due to, as he said, he was in college then. So due to some of his other constraints and everything else that he was doing, he didn't have the opportunity to keep up as much as we would have liked him to keep up. At one point, if you can remember, he would be in his secret bunker in a secret location. But, time moved on and we felt, let's move on and see how something else worked. Enter Mrs. Fad, aka the real deal Olive from Stage Left. And she was completely new to the idea. I think myself and Alistair V had mentioned before, we thought to ourselves, we should get her on at some point. But we had, it just been one of those discussions that never really happened at all. So she now enters the fray and brings her own unique style and unique energy as well. And bear in mind, by this time, it was still under the banner of Soul Food Gospel. As you can see, it was Alistair V's Breakfast Show was one of the shows that was on there. So even though The Real Deal had come in, we hadn't quite made it official for her to have her own show. You know, it was just a bit of a, we'll try you out and see how you get on. And then based on that, hey, you know, maybe you might get a show, maybe you might not. But it was a natural evolution when she came in as well. And as you can see from some of the videos that we got on the screen, we're going to go to the VT in a second, but, you know, things looked a lot different. Even the color separation, how the studio was. I think initially we were sharing one mic, and then we got a second mic. And then, as you guys see now, we kind of got another, proper studio mic as time went on. But it's just, again, it's just another good way to have a look and see how we've developed and where we've ended up. So we're going to go to that VT, and then, of course, we are going to be right back. So welcome. It is a wonderful Christmas season. Thank you for joining us again for another Soul Food Show. Very special Christmas edition of the Soul Food Show. So, we've been talking to Alistair V, and we've been trying to negotiate his return back onto the show. And I've got to say, in all fairness, that has failed time and time again. So, he sent another mediator to come in and see if that person can mediate a new contract. And while they were mediating the new contract, I thought, in order for them to understand what he's up against, they should have a go trying to fill his slot. So I present none other. This is Alistair V's mummy. She's here today, and she's going to be, I guess it's not hosting the young people's or the young person's point of view, but I guess it's just the woman's point of view or a person's point of view, or however you look at it. But thank you so much indeed for coming, Alistair V's mummy.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, DJ Va.
That's okay. You're very welcome, Alistair's mummy. So I always ask Alistair V a couple of questions, always to start off with. How have things been for you this year so far? Yeah.
Wow, this year. That's a lot. How long is a piece of string? It's too long. So we couldn't capture how this year has been in one show. But the abbreviated version was, it's been fabulous. It's been fantastic. It's had more highs than it's had lows. Amen. So we thank the Lord.
Amen. More highs than lows. I like that. Yeah, more definitely more highs than lows. Mm-hmm. Any stick out in particular for you?
I know what you want. You want me to go to that. You just can't get enough talking about your wedding or your remarriage or your...
Go to what? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a guest on the show. It's entirely your opportunity for you to share how you feel about things. It's a general question we ask all the guests. How's it been this year for you? What stood out for you in 2022?
So 2022, we had the lovely task, lovely opportunity, just privileged chance to, it's not renewal of vows, we got remarried.
That's very true.
Yes, so we got remarried. That's the technical phrase. Mm-hmm. And so we had a registry marriage at a lovely registrar at Hatfield. Mm-hmm. And we followed that up with a nice church blessing in the summer at the Harrow Chapel, at the chapel on the hill.
Yep.
Yeah, so those were the two highlights of the summer.
It's not bad. And who'd you get married to?
Gee, let me think. None other than this hooligan here called DJ Val.
Hooligan? Oh my God. Alistair V would never try such things. Anyway, but yes, this is Alistair V's mummy, my newest or latest wife. There's one of the guys on one of the podcasts I listen to. His wife is saved in his phone as my favorite wife. And then she said, no, change it. So he changed it to my last wife. So I don't know which one was worse or which one was better, but we're here. And, we will see you real soon. It's been an absolute... Would you come back again? What do you think? You would?
Of course. It will be an honor to come back again.
With this Ferrero Rocher, you're spoiling us.
Ambassador.
And I feel like Ferrero Rochers now.
Oh, don't digress. Say goodbye to your listeners.
All right, folks, thank you so much indeed. We will hand you right back to the other studio. The other DJ, I was going to round off the show, but it's been absolutely amazing. We will say bye for now. Catch you. But without further ado, you can introduce yourself to your new audience.
Hello, new audience. Good morning. Whichever part of the world you're dialing in from, hello. Hope you're well. Hope we meet you well. My name's Olive Fadiomi, and I'm Alistair V's mummy.
That's right. And I'm Alistair V's daddy. So, if you do the math, that makes her...
Oh, get on with it. DJ Val.
Okay. It's DJ Val in the studio. Right? It's honey everywhere else, but that's okay. DJ Val it is. Yes, that's just... So yes, this is Alistair V's mummy. This is my wife, and I am her husband. And this is Soul Food Breakfast. So I don't want to waste too much time because people say I talk too much. It's not true. I don't. But you've got some interesting topics today, right? Well, I saw you rolled your eyes. She rolled her eyes. I saw her roll in her eyes. She rolled her eyes. Okay.
I did not.
All right. Come back, Alistair V. All is forgiven. Any price you want, whatever it is you want.
You're stuck with me for now.
Yeah.
I love me. Fake, slimmer, whichever one. I love me. And I think you do too. Right. You don't have to answer. Then
I better answer. Yes, I do. Yours truly, DJ Val. See, it says it. It's got my name there. DJ Val. Just in case people thought I'd been replaced, DJ Val. And on the other side, it says
Olive.
Olive.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
How are you all? Have you been? How's your week been? Are you winning?
My week's been pretty good, actually. Yeah, they bought me a new mic. So they said...
Is that the highlight of your week?
Yeah, somebody said, DJ Val, how come you don't have a mic of your own? So I decided to get somebody who just passed a comment on Twitter,
Okay.
And they said, DJ Val, where's your own mic? And I said, well, due to budget cuts and everything else, there's no mic for DJ Val. So
no.
Never mind.
A few weeks ago on the season of Lent, and last week
I thought you were going to say season of love.
That was in February.
I just thought you were going to say love, but you didn't say love. You said Lent.
There's always season of love in your head.
All I can say, mate, is I need a good, healthy, and that's my priority number one.
DJ Val, again, I urge you, our listeners,
brethren, I beseech you by the mercies of God.
No, I'm just beseeching you that our listeners, as a congregation, our listeners have, their time is very precious. You just can't be, wasting it on this sort of things. Be serious for once, okay? Just a bit.
I am always serious.
Okay, all right.
One of the things I have to say is when I look back on those earlier shows, it is, to be honest, I can't remember doing them. We do not that we do so much, but you know, I generally can't remember all of those shows. And even going back through the archives and looking at them and then seeing those shows just brought back so many great nostalgic feelings and memories, and just looking to see how things were back then. You know, I had a different hairstyle. The Real Deal had different glasses. Studio looked different. Just everything was just different. But as time goes on, and these are some of the things I think one of the reasons why I wanted to really do this show was because it's easy to be forging ahead, but not really taking the time to stop and think about where you've come from and really take stock. And in all of the conversations, and you know, because of time, I'm just giving like highlights to just show you where things were. Now, many of you guys, you know, by the time you've joined the show, you didn't even realize that this actually existed. Now, this is all still before the official What's on Your Mind branding had come out. This was the Real Deal just stepping in to fill in for Alistair. Then it became a bit more of a permanent thing. And you can see how temporary I thought it was going to be, because I thought we'd be able to manage with one mic. And then, you know, I could see this is going to become a thing that we would now need two mics. You know, it's just some basic things, but really great to look back and just see how things have evolved over the past few years. So circa 2022 is really when we moved into this studio. So circa 2022. What are we going to do next? We are now going to have a look, the continuation of the journey. So I think by now we kind of established the fact that the Real Deal had a bit more of a permanent seat. It's funny because we didn't even call the first season 1. I think it wasn't until like season 2 or season 3 that we then thought, well, you know, got to start doing some kind of numbers on this. Otherwise, you're never going to know where you are and what you've done. So we then kind of like moved on to a bit more of what I would call a bit more of a permanent show structure as well. And with the show structure came so many other different things too. The graphics changed as well, and I'm going to talk about the graphics because that's really important to see the evolution of the graphics. The show format changed as well. We started reaching out to well, by the time you guys had come on board, we then had to start doing segments for you. So the comment section, the different greetings that came about too. That all I'll tell you a story about that. That one was born out when we had Mr. Solomon as a guest, and the Real Deal was saying some things, and that's when we did the split studio thing. So she was in studio B, I was in studio A, and Solomon was in studio L, Lagos, right? And it was in that particular show that we now I said that would be a really good idea. You know, you could do a different greeting in different language. And then she said, oh, is that for you or for me? Always trying to subcontract out. I said, no, it is for you, darling. And that's how you got the greetings. That's how you got the greetings from all around the world. And I guess the other side of, the other side of that was there were other things, so like viewers' comments, some of the things you used to say about us on screen, our personalities and all that kind of stuff as well. And then actually just getting a chance to read back your comments. And again, I found this out while I was doing this show. The comments, initially, it was me reading them out. So I don't know how I was able to get myself out of that. But anyway, let's go and have a look at some more great stuff of where we've evolved. I think this is circa season 2, season 3-ish. Well, we are back again this week. What a wonderful and powerful time of worship.
I hope you enjoyed it. Good morning, bonjour, bonsoir, kedu, isalachi, Sava.
Kosomate.
Hello. Etise. What is akosomate? What's that?
Kosomate is like Nagadoff.
Okay, Nagadoff is how are you in Senegalese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's us. We're back again for another fantastic week of What's on Your Mind. I am DJ Val. Yes, I am DJ Val. I was going to give myself a really grand title there, but then again, I thought better of it, you see.
You can give yourself a grand title. It's your show. Go ahead. What other title would you give yourself? Because you already have many titles.
Yes, many titles. Many titles.
Like?
Some call him the voice of modern radio.
Dun, dun, dun. Moving on really swiftly. How have
The
you?
voice of modern radio. That sounds good though, doesn't it?
Let's just
say
let's just
sounds good.
ignore
It sounds
him.
good.
He'll stay in this corner and just keep interrupting, and we will just proceed as normal.
If you like that voice of modern radio, I can make it into a jingle, you know. So just
The voice of modern radio.
soul food gospel with DJ. About the show, I said the voice of what?
Modern radio.
Oh, see, you remember? Hey, yeah, the voice of modern radio.
And you've got the fake American accent.
Yeah.
Anyway, your American listeners will approve.
I think everybody will approve. You know, it's a great thing to have. But you know, I think that's it.
I say, good. You don't want to go. Oh, you see, we're having such a lovely time. We don't want to leave you guys. So long, farewell. Say goodbye.
You know, so I didn't join in with that. So, hey, here's a spoiler alert for those that don't know. I've never watched The Sound of Music. Welcome one and all. It is your boy DJ Val along with the real deal Olive.
Hello, bonjour, bonsoir, good morning,
Mazel tov.
good. What? Shalom. How are you all?
Hey, guess we're actually coordinated today. We're both wearing black. It's not very often that happens.
I'm always wearing black, darling.
Really?
Most times I'm in black.
I'm not. I'm very rarely in black. I normally have
you're always in color.
some color, not in black. You know.
It just tells you winter is.
No, it's just long sleeves. It's nothing to do with it. But yeah, welcome. I'm glad that you joined us again. Thank you very much indeed for enjoying the worship. We've slightly changed it now, so we thought that we would add, you know, some actual video elements for you to see. So it's not just the real deal's face just looking at you, as gorgeous as her face is. You know, but we thought we'll have something for you to look at in case you want to look, because it is a TV show as well. So there's some video in there. There's some wonderful, beautiful nature scenes and things like that. See the music, what's going on. So just trying to make it a little bit more clear. It will still be the music. I'm not going to say anything, but whether it's the video of the song or just some beautiful graphics, just something to fill the time, and then, you know, then the countdown as well, so that, you know, it's a countdown towards so that we don't lose anybody. You
Yes.
know, I wouldn't want anyone to tell them, oh, start at 8 o'clock and then we lose them. So we thought we'd change things up a little bit. I hope you enjoy it. Your feedback is really bad. Talking of feedback, actually, last week we said that we were gonna just give a quick few shout outs to those people who responded to last week's show.
Yeah. Names. Thank you. I'll start the general thank yous. And Maggie, you don't need to keep it short. Say it like it is. It's a chat. So whatever's in your mind, as you feel it, as you are led, everyone's comments are valid, because they all form part of the show. because you're all commenting still on the show. So to have the post show comments is also nice because it's reflective, and that's the whole idea, to stir that conversation, to stir. And that's why the name of the show is What's on Your Mind. So if the all we do, it's just stir up that thought in your mind, and then you carry on the chat of the conversation. That's really the aim.
That's very true, actually. Just looking, there's a great shot on there on the other camera. I'll go to that in a second. So Maggie, yep, she did say great episode. Actually, let's start from the top. So Franklin said, I appreciate how Olive and DJ Val bring a Christian perspective to topics like peace. It adds depth to the discussion. I also appreciate the way you handled this delicate topic. We all need peace. Shalom. So thank you so much indeed. Maggie said, great episode. The way Olive and DJ Val dive into the topics like peace and parsnips, it is both entertaining and educational. Thank you so much indeed. Ifo Marega, your show always leaves me feeling inspired and informed. You make learning about peace and parsnips fun.
Yeah.
Oh God. Femi said, your show always leaves me feeling inspired and informed.
Lovely.
And Mark Weller, I always look forward to What's on Your Mind. Olive and DJ Val, the two of you make every topic engaging and informative. Somebody's been replying to the comments as well. I'll show who that was. Darren Forbister said, you have fantastic chemistry on the show. I love the diverse topics you cover. Keep up the excellent work.
What dance do you like? There is ballet, there's ballroom, there's belly dancing, there's hip-hop dancing like he's been doing, and there's jazz, there's pole dancing. Pole dancing is becoming a big thing. Somebody's going, Sister Olive, what's that? Square dancing, top dancing, line dancing, so many. Zumba, all of it. Merengue, pasadoble,
line dance, square dance,
so many.
Everybody's dancing.
Everybody's dancing. Pick
you
one
make
up.
me feel like dancing.
I wanna dance the night away.
You make me feel. See, I have a song for everything. Let's have a look and go on to our next topic, which is one that will cause less arguments. You know.
Do not accuse the brethren.
Tolo or the sistering.
Or the sistering. Don't.
Who would have thought if I'd asked you guys, had we ever done a show that we spoke about pole dancing, you would have said, DJ Val, you just made that. Even the Real Deal would have said, you just made that up. But you can see we were talking about pole dancing and all kinds of different dancing. And, you know, we just burst into spontaneous song and doing things. And I think that's just the beauty of what we have and what we share. You know, you got to have a good sense of humor to work with me. And I guess the Real Deal's got a good sense of humor all on her own. But that's all another story for another day. But I just, you know, my mind's always thinking, as I said, I've always got a song going on in my head. And it tends to be playing really, really fast. And you say things that immediately I think of a song. So, hey, that was really it. And of course, just towards the end of that clip, we saw where we were talking about the veggies and the different herbs and different things that became beneficial. And I suppose thinking those are the things that now became quite staples. Herb of the week, herb of the month, different cooking ideas, food-related things, all were born from those early days. So you can see when we began, we didn't come in with all of these hard planned ideas. It was a natural evolution. Some of it sparked by some of our own desires and things like that. But other times, so it was sparked by you guys. But you know what? Just want to say thank you so much indeed for that. And yes, we have spoken. And yes, we have talked about pole dancing. Yeah, you guys are really surprised about that one, right? We will move on. So I think we're circa around season 4, season 5, and that's where we started to really do the recap shows. We really look back at trying to bottle, I think bottle is the right word, right? Bottle all the things that we were doing, and it was I think it was somewhat harder to look back and try and get all of those ingredients and put those together to make those more fun and more engaging. But we did do a couple of feedback shows or a couple of recap shows. But again, oh, I'm wearing the same outfit. Again, don't mind me. But it was the different elements that we put together in all of these different feedback shows. And again, I think for, you know, there was the laughs, there would be I love the laughs, there would be the greetings, there'd be the comment sections and all of that. So we put that all together, all in these little feedback shows, just to see how it was. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was the beginning of season. This is like a trivia thing for me. It was at the beginning of season 6, or was it season 7, that famous theme tune, "What's on your mind? Let's work it out," actually came to the forefront. So let's have a look and see what we've got coming up next. Keep it stuck, keep it sticked, don't go nowhere. Okay, so I knew that was a good set of clips because there's so many different things that was happening in there. And I love it when, as the show went on, we were trying different things, different solutions. So as you can see, The Real Deal was giving her comments and doing it from our kitchen just to try and break things up a little bit. We had Comfy Comfort. We were tying headscarves and doing all kinds of things downstairs. We've had different guests. I am going to talk about the guests, actually. I've got a special bit that I really want to talk about the guests and all the people that came on. But those were the kind of things, again, organic growth. We tried different things to see how they work. And let's not even talk about all those laughs and all those jokes and the tongue-in-cheek and being spontaneous. Those things, for me, they are the bread and butter of the show. And that's why nothing is, well, things are scripted. So some of the research is scripted, but the banter, the backwards and forwards that we do, that just happens, and it just happens, and we love it. You know, as you can see, by the time we got here, we've got new mics. Both of us have now got the, you know, the proper presenter mics in there too. You know, different graphics on the screen as well. You know, before, poor Real Deal didn't even have her name coming up. And then after some time, you can see that her name came on the screen. It was just DJ Val, Soul Food Gospel. And then I began to share more. And then she got a bit more, was you know, allowed a bit more screen real estate, as I were. But I mean, check out the outfits. I don't think, I'm just looking through this now, don't think she ever wore the same outfit twice. Now, that's quite a lot considering the amount of shows that we've done. If you were to go back and check, I don't think you'd ever catch her wearing the same outfit twice. So there you go. That's a bit of trivia if you really want to find out. And I think by this time, as I said, season 6, we got the new What's on Your Mind theme music. Another thing that kind of springs to my mind was when, I think it was after season 3 or season 4, and then we had done something out on Instagram that was Guess Who's Back, Olive's Back. You know, that was kind of like the thing that we did. So anyway, again, I'm waxing lyrical about stuff that has happened in the past. And do remember, you can go over to our YouTube channel and you can check this out. If you go over to Soul Food Gospel on YouTube, if you go over to What's on Your Mind, What's on Your Mind Olive on YouTube, you can go back and see, I think season 6 and season 7 are on the new channel. So again, one of the things, just really quickly to say, in the earlier days, one of the things we used to do was we used to have music for an hour. Don't know if you guys remember that. We had the whole music thing for 1 hour, and then we would then come in and then do the show. And a lot of people, I think the Real Deal was saying in one of the other clips that a lot of people did really like that. And I have to say I do, but for practicality sense, for podcasting, and to a certain degree legalities, I needed to make sure that that wasn't, you know, we had to remove the music. We had to make all the content that we owned was us. So, you know, that way, you know, we can actually try monetizing some of the things that we do on here. So, you know, by your thumbs up, your views, and all of that stuff, of course, taking the opportunity for you guys to share, that is huge for me. Huge, 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 huge. So do take the time to share. And, you know, these are the evolution things that I keep talking about that we learn and that we had to move on with. Yeah, those are first world problems, as we say in the business. But I do want to take some time. I would really want to, before we go into the last clip, I just want to quickly talk about some of the special shows that we've had and that we've done. So, as I said, I wanted to just do a little bit of a highlight on some of the graphics and the things that we've used to anchor the breakfast show circa 2020. Now, some of you would maybe remember this one. Many of you wouldn't. This was Alistair V's poster for his breakfast show that we used to do out. And if we move on, we had this one, which was an updated version of his breakfast show as well. Again, just the time taken with the graffiti on the background, something that was kind of supposed to be a little bit on the cooler side for him as well as for me. Let me pause. Okay, we move on from that. And then we get into some of the designs for the Real Deal. Now, again, back in those days, those of you can remember, our whole design process was a lot different. So each show was actually would have a title behind it. I know that was a lot of work, right? But those were the kind of graphics. That was season 4 that we had on there as well. And then we had your What's on Your Mind specials. So on those days that we couldn't broadcast, we then just do a special worship show before we realized that we can't do the music the way that we wanted to do the music. There just some more designs there. That one was called the Big Ben design. There's a Real Deal there behind the wonderful Praise Factor Award. We used that quite a bit, actually. That particular image was quite a fun one, and we really like that. So we use that in quite a few images. There you go. We use that in the recap. So once we started doing the recaps as well, you know, just making sure that we had the right messaging on the imagery, right? I used to sit down and spend a lot of time trying to find those images. Now we just got a standard placeholder to make things a bit easier. But and these again are some of the designs that we had. As I said, you can see one there that says content, and you can see the different styles there. I kind of like the purple one. I thought that was really cool, a cool design that we had done there, but just so many different ones. And you know, you'd have to go back and look on Soul Food Gospel on YouTube to see which ones these are. I encourage you all, right? Let's have a little bit of fun. Go back and see if you can listen to each one of those episodes. You've got what, 9 there to listen to? See if you can go back and have a listen to them. Oh, no, you got more than 9. So again, things were moving on with the style and the design of things too. Season 6, we went for a slightly different style on season 6. And then I think season 6 stroke season 7, we kind of settled with the image that we've got right at the very bottom there. That was taken from a photo shoot that the Real Deal did in at school. So someone came and took some pictures of a and that's what we started to use. But just the sheer energy that goes behind trying to get some of these graphics, trying to get the images and things moving around, and it just shows me a lot of where we've come from and the journey that all of you have been on with us. I mean, you've seen all of this happen. You've seen the different colors that have come out, the different styles, the different pictures. You know, the real deal just looking her absolute gorgeous best, and that's been a fun experience as well. And then we get on to what we call the special shows. So I already mentioned Auntie Comfort. I didn't do a flyer for her on there actually, but just some of the people who have been guests on What's on Your Mind over these past few years. So those of you probably remember Mr. Solomon came on. That was a show that we first decided to do use international greetings going forward after that one. But it was the first time that we actually shot a show out of the main studio. And we wanted to do a triptych thing with 3 of us in there. And I thought, well, the best way to do that is she moved downstairs. She went to Studio O. We had Mr. Solomon all the way out there from Lagos. He jumped on as well, who was a fitness guru. And then there was myself all the way in Soul Food Studio. Auntie Uche Ju, she's the space coordinator and the person who was great with kind of your mental health, equaling your environment. We had my brother, Mr. Sterling Cool Breeze Roberts, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. We then had our security expert. He came on too. That's Emmanuel. Yep, the security expert. He jumped on. Pastor Grace was a special guest too, all the way from Nigeria. That was special too, because the real deal and Pastor Alice, they went to school together. So there you go, went to uni together. We had my dear friend Tracy Jane Campbell came on, great singer too. Noel Robinson, oh my God, we've had some guests. Joshua Kessler, Dr. Angela, all these special shows. I am going to say now, go back and listen to the special shows. Those are wonderful opportunities for you to not just find out things. It was all things to do with their specific field of where they worked. So for me, excellent set of shows to go and have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, and then again, evolving and changing, things morphed into what we call the meaningful conversations. Want to give a huge shout out going out there to my brother all the way in South Africa. And his name kind of escapes me now. I can see it right there. DJ Tinashe. He helped us design this new look and this new set of images, what we're calling meaningful conversations. So I can see Desola, I can see Elder Sonia. I can't see back there, but I remember that she was from Belize. Who else can I see on there? Because it's really small on my screen. I can see Lisa May. I can see Tunde as well. Another great. I can see. Did you guys know? I don't know if you guys know, but you know the Real Deal had her own interview, her own special. So you need to check that one out. So I thought we'd just have a real quick look at some of the highlights from season 7. Not too much really in there, I think, because one of the great shows amongst the many great topics that we talk about, the pillars of faith, pillars of integrity, was the Christmas show. And one of the things about the Christmas show was, for the first time ever, we had the kids came into the studio and they were acting like they were professionals. I thought that was so awesome. Then to end that off, if I'm not wrong, and we'll have a look anyway, but to end that off, I think we had Mrs. Harris with her Christmas decorations. So let's check that out and then we will come back. Okay.
And, people, a whole new partners and donors joined the charity and the cause. I don't think I've had so much fun doing a show like I had during doing that show, and I wear many hats. So whilst I'm off here, I get to try and zero in on some other things. Events in London. Summer is summering. Spring has finally sprung. I love to go to one here.
You sit in your car
and you watch
the movie.
And I love MJ. Sorry, but I do love MJ. I love his music. Eating within the seasons, vegetables and fruits. So next week I'll unpack that a bit more. Years ago we used to eat in the seasons, years and years ago. So let's get into our subject matter for today. Still, as I promised, staying on our pillars of values. Individual, what's that thing?
The MVP.
Yes, it wasn't always value to you. Will help you make decisions that are consistent with your views, your ambitions, your targets, your goals. What is it that motivates you? Why do you get up and go to bed? She's motivated now by doing right by her children, making sure she leaves a legacy for her children. Is it internal? Is it external? Is it what's your passion? Are you taking pleasure in your success, or are you taking pleasure in, like our dear Mr. Jobs, cutting out others and being the number one? What's important to you? I know I want to succeed, but I also want to spend time with my family. Realizing that you're also, you can choose to take pleasure in your journey. Finding that pleasure in the journey also comes a sense of contentment. Measurable goals, realistic goals, break down your ambition goals. Make it realistic, make it measurable. And when I say thank you, I try to really convey the sincerity of the sentiment. Contentment will always allow you to look inward. If you never look inward, you would never improve. Contentment is not found in circumstances. It's not found in possessions. It's found ultimately in the things that matter to you. Contentment is like a garden, and you have to tend it. For plants, crop of your nature by disposition. What sort of person are you? The Bible talks about perseverance, producing good character in us. How are we teaching our children resilience? How are we teaching them independence? There are many aspects to resilience. I'm excited. Darling, seriously. The billable hours this man puts into the station is, I know you started this not wanting to make money, you just wanted to please God, but now you're touching lives. I will continue to shout out your accolades for as long, to those who want to hear. Thank you to all our listeners.
Fighting for freedom. This thing really got to me, so I thought, wow, so this freedom must be so important that my dad has gone.
This hat will go for somebody that maybe wants to go to the escort, go to the races, mother of the bride, somebody that just wants to stand out.
Turbans have made such.
Yeah, they're making it huge. This turban is made out from scuba material, okay? Scuba is a bit stretchy. And it's very thick. This cap is meant, is made in such a way that it gives you room.
Everybody calls him Don Valentino.
Even at work now, I've started signing Valentino. One of my colleagues say, "Hey, Don Valentino." I said, "You take care of me, I take care of you."
This scratching back business is just where he's loving his new nickname. However, thank you. You're laughing, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So, do tell our listeners why you're laughing.
Because last week you tried to ask us.
Yeah, I flipped it because I didn't have a new greeting. So I flipped it on you to say, please put a greeting. But nobody responded. Nobody put a greeting. But it's all right.
Yeah, somebody put a kosomate.
Really? You did. That's not a greeting. Anywho.
Well, welcome one and all. We are back. This is the lovely Olive, aka The real deal Olive. My name is DJ Val, aka Don Valentino. I take care of you. You take care of me.
Capiche.
Capiche? Capiche. It's the DJ in me. The DJ in me loves the DJ in you.
I have no DJ in me. None at all.
I was even going to argue confidently at the end. Then all of a sudden I thought, better not. And I became less confident. I do have a can-do thing. When it comes on,
I got dressed. And
I got dressed too.
Yep.
You didn't go naked. Fully clothed. There you go.
On your mind, let's talk it out. Olive and Val, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.
Buongiorno. Ça va? How are you all? Good to have you back. I'm here with your comments. Did Mr. Tunde not just blow us all out of the park? Yes, he did. Kicking us off is our Auntie Awa Matashe says, take my vitamin daily. I do. It is so, with so many O's, so amazing to the body. Thank you, DJ Val, for the run-up.
As you do. Anyway, over to you.
Welcome to What's on Your Mind. With me in the studio today is the one and only, the incomparable, the fantastic. What's your name again?
My name is...
the blue corner. No, in the black corner. The black, red and white corner.
Often known as Savannah Sugar, depending on where you look. That's another good name for me. Some call me Don Valentino. Other people may call me DJ Val. Other people may even call me Elder Val. There's another good name I had as well. There's another good one that I had. What was it again? I can't remember. Anyway, it is I, yours truly, back again in the hot seat for another interesting edition of What's on Your Mind.
She goes, we just say, Marnin.
If you're from Montserrat, please don't.
If you're from Montserrat, Marnin. How are you all? But I laughed because that's the pidgin for most of, some people go, morning. Some say, morning.
Remember, every Saturday at 9 a.m., it's me, DJ Val, and it's her.
I've introduced myself 100 times
you're
already.
You're not playing along with the... You got to play along with it.
The real deal Olive.
Yeah, that's it.
The real deal.
I'm sure somebody said in the comments that Olive was looking really lovely last week.
Oh, thank you. I was coming to that. Thank you so much for all your comments on my outfits, my this, my that. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. My style isn't mainstream, but when people appreciate it, I'm humble. Thank you. Thank you.
Not mainstream.
It is. It's not mainstream. It's not. But it's purely to suit myself, comfortable, and still look. I like to look elegant. Yes. So
still looking chic and elegant.
So, I just stay away from it. But I'm going to go there for a few reasons. Hear me out and let me land. With this
hearing you out on this one. Yeah.
Let me land on this one. So the story goes as thus. This gentleman called, should we call their names? We're not going to call their names, but I'll call the name of the company because it's everywhere. Astronomer is the name of the company. And this guy is their CEO, right? Now, he and his whoever, who happens to also be a member of the company, and I can say, yes, she's head of HR, were caught canoodling on Kiss Cam at a Coldplay concert in Boston. Let's move that one off. But another one, good old-fashioned hop on and hop off bus tour. You know, I've lived in England for God knows how long. I've never been in any of those buses.
Until?
Hop on and hop off, I haven't.
What about the tea party?
That's not hop on and hop off.
True.
You know? So from that hop on and hop off, I take you to one that completely blew me away. Tea time. Classic afternoon tea on a London bus. You heard of them?
On a bus.
On a London bus. You heard
It was
of
a
them?
show, wasn't it? Keeping Up Appearances.
Yes, with
Hyacinth
Bouquet. Hello, good morning. The lady of the house speaking.
Sheldon's going to. He's off to
Who
St.
remembers?
Albans.
Who remembers
do some
that
research.
show? And then when the vicar comes, she'll bring out her fine china. I loved
Do
that
people
show.
still bring out their
Do
fine
they
china?
still? Beverage company has been using Santa Claus in its advertising since 1931.
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt on that one is Coca-Cola.
Yay! Yes.
And I can tell you something else about that story. So apparently the whole thing around the Santa thing was because they worked out that people would only wanted to buy Coca-Cola in the summer when it was hot. So by doing the Santa thing, it made people buy it in the winter as well.
Oh.
Marketing genius. You know, I went to the Santa Claus Coca-Cola Museum.
Coca Museum. Those people, they're advertising. Well, it's studied now. The models are studying. If you're doing any sort of course in advertising, you have to study the Coca-Cola model. It's a thing now.
And
It's
that's
been
where
a
the
thing
whole
for a while, yeah.
Santa and Coke for Christmas, that's where it all sprung from. They said, how do we?
That truck just driving through the mountains and snow and then stopping and then him drinking. There is no part of the world where there isn't Coca-Cola.
There you go.
All right, moving on.
Throw that into Chat GPT, and that will tell you whether or not it is a spoof.
Wow. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Since we asked ChatGPT to validate certain things. Yes.
It will look at the context of which it's being sent. It will also check the emails. That's why I said it's important for it to get not just, it was, this is from TalkTalk. No, you've got to open it so you can see the actual email address, copy and put that in. And then once you put that in, it will then determine whether or not it believes this to be a spoof or not. How about that for use of AI? To beat the bad guys.
Now, that's a very good use of AI in my world, okay? Very, very, very good. Thank you so much, DJ.
Should I give myself a round of applause?
Yes, give yourself an applause. I give up.
Oh, dear, sorry.
In one episode, call us unique, Frank.
That particular that clip has done so well on
the shorts.
On the shorts. So follow. You have to follow The Real Deal Olive F on Instagram. Not just on the YouTube, because some people don't only go to YouTube when there's big things on, so they don't really do the shorts. But if you want to catch your shorts, follow her channel. The Real Deal Olive F is her name. Follow her and you'll get all of the shorts as well.
You know about the history of chocolate,
And
DJ
you
Val?
asked me what my favorite chocolate
Oh,
was.
sorry. Okay, 2 questions now. I've added the second
So
one.
my favorite chocolate is not actually made anymore.
Really? Which one's your favorite?
Galaxy Fruit and Nut.
Oh, how come they don't do it anymore?
I don't know. I was the only one buying it. And, I've got to be careful, so I can't go in there and buy loads all the time. So, yeah, they don't make it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
But I still get your Galaxy.
Yeah, so you get me normal Galaxy. I don't mind Galaxy with the nuts as well, Galaxy with nuts. But for me, the piece de resistance is the fruit and nut. So if anybody finds it, feel free to send
Please send it across.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite chocolate? If you're a chocolate person, what's your favorite chocolate?
I think Galaxy chocolate is better than Cadbury chocolate. Just throwing that.
Isn't it owned by the same company?
No. Nestle owns were in church then, and, you know, so he'd go out with the bigger kids to, you know, to go back. I said, right, here's your budget for your meal. It's £5, right? That's just, it's £5. That's the meal budget. Went,
I remember that one.
Then he went out. Then obviously I get an alert when the phone goes off. So it came back and it was like £7, you know, like £6.99. So when he came back, I thought, I told this boy his budget for his meal was £4.99 or £5. Wait till when he comes back. Came back. I said, I thought I told you the budget was £5. He went, yeah. I said, but you spent $7.99. He goes, yeah, that's for the drink. No, he said, that's the drink. The meal cost $4.99. I went, oh my God. She said Lamborghini level service. Then she joked, she said Bugatti level as well.
Not Rolls Royce yet, huh?
I'll take
We're
Lambo.
coming up
I'll take a Lambo.
Lambo's all right.
Lamborghini level. Hello, everybody. How do you do? I am DJ Val. This is...
You're welcome once again to another, not just another, the final episode of What's on Your Mind.
Necessarily contact, and that's what I love. But when you go into a place, they say, we're watching What's on Your Mind. We're watching the show. To me, that's very heartwarming because, you know, I always say hi to people behind the privacy glass. And these are the people behind the privacy glass who meet you in person and want to talk to you. So, you know, that's also special. So if you bumped into me to say that we watch, God bless you. Thank you so much indeed. And we shall be back in 2026 with a load more fun, a load more interesting features. We're trying to zhuzh things up, as the real deal would say. Zhuzh it up a bit and take it up another level.
Thank you.
All right. It's over to our L's. Remember, keep it stuck, keep it sticked, as I say on the other show, because there's a lot more coming at the end of the show. It's a bit like one of those Avengers movies where you've got lots of goodies at the end of the main show. We will see you again, guys. Take care. Bye. Christmas is virtually here, right? By the time this show goes out, Christmas is going to be like a week or so away. So what does Christmas mean to you? Amazing. So
not just like, it's kind of like, in a way, sense for Jesus, it kind of shows us that even though God could take any form, he decided to take a
after giving us our great commission of spreading the gospel and baptizing us in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. And for us, we need to remember that because of
like
this
in general, like anyone's birthday, like
just at Christmas as well.
Yeah.
Like my birthday's at Christmas.
And also opening presents. I like to open
Oh, you like opening presents? Everybody loves opening a present. I love opening presents too. Oh, good. And where'd you put your presents? Under the Christmas tree? Receiving of gifts. Oh, that is wonderful. Did you get me a gift this year? No. You just gotta love it, haven't you? Oh, we've come to the end of the show. I just want to thank you immensely. I really did love that last bit with the kids. And again, one of the great things about what we were doing in season 7, just to show the evolution and growth, was the clip. So we started off showing you some of the clips that we did, the reels that were going out on YouTube, and they have been so well received to kind of like really help us push season 7 and create some engagement. So that's why you got some of those in there as well. I just want to thank you immensely for those of you who have been with us on this journey. And the Real Deal said something that I think is really important. This started and continues to be a ministry, and we do it for the love of sharing the good news of the gospel. And there's many ways that we can share the good news of the gospel. We're not necessarily preaching, but we want people to see that as regular people, we live as Christians, and this is, the same challenges everyone else faces that we face as well. And that was really the idea behind this, for it to be informative, educational, to have a spiritual, to be spiritually underlaid or have a spiritual foundation in it as well. But, not trying to overplay that card. And that's what we try to do week in and week out. I know that season 8 is round the corner, or someone say maybe this is season 8 that started already. We have so much that we want to add, share, and do within season 8. If you've got guests that you feel would be really great to have, let us know. We really love to get them in the studio and invite them. We're looking at doing some off-location shoots as well, going to other spaces, and recording outside the normal studio too, to name just but a couple of things as well. I'm sure there's going to be technical upgrades. Me, I'm always trying to add something else to the studio. And one of the things I am going to do, because everybody asked for it, I'm actually going to do a behind the scenes for you to actually see how the studio is, where it is, and for you to see some of the things I do as well, in terms of being able to manage the production of this show. It's worth adding as well, during the period of this show, that The Real Deal won an award as well, the Wise Women Awards. She's been able to get herself an award again because of, the diligence and the practice of just coming on and being responsible and being faithful and being consistent. That's, it goes down a long way. So, folks, thank you so much indeed. Remember, leave your comments underneath. I hope you've had some laughs. I hope it's inspired you as well. I really wanted to create some inspiration for you to go back and think, wow, from 2020 until now, 6 years, this is where we've gone. And of course, God gives us the increase, and he has given us a good increase here, and we are truly and eternally grateful to all of you for your continued support and love. Anyway, I need to run. You guys take good care. I'm going to sign out with that very, very popular theme music that I know you love. What's on your mind? Let's work it out.